Okay, so this is Lime Pipe Smoke. As you can tell by the Glengarry, I am smoking Garth and Hogarth's Glengarry Flake, and it is a lovely tobacco. Um, I've not really had much experience with what is it, Lakeland style, I believe is the style of tobacco, but it is really nice. Great. It doesn't like it when I'm babbling on, so I will try not to babble too much, and I'll take that off to get a little bit hot. Um, so I found this tobacco whilst going on a bit of a internet shopping spree, which, yes, I finally have money in the bank. I'm slowly I've kind of got to a situation where the overdraft is going like that, and I'm actually getting nearer towards breaking through, and then I went on the internet and it's just gone back down a bit, so, but curse you godly, is too much temptation. I was going to put it off till next week, but I was just looking for flake tobaccos, which I don't know why. I just kind of, at the moment, I'm going through a really flake sort of, want to try out different ones. It was a mixture. I was going to go for either Best Brown Flake #2 or Dunhill Flake, and I saw the Glengarry Flake, and I just ordered a Glengarry, so I was like, well, I'll get the Glengarry Flake. Yeah. Okay, so it arrived from Courtiers. It's now in a jar, or I got 50 grams of it, and there's quite a bit there, so that's going to last me quite a while. Um, First of all, to be honest, I could smell it before I even opened. Well, I opened up the packet which it came in. Didn't even open the pouch, and God, it smelled nice. It was quite florally, but it wasn't over the top. It was subtle, but quite potent at the same time, which doesn't really make any sense, but it does to me. So, um, it does smell quite florally. It is very sweet smelling, but again, it's not overly sweet smelling. It didn't come too dry, well, too moist. It's not overly moist, but it's still got a bit of spring in it, which is good. But I might stick that in there with a bit of like bread and just put a bit more spring in it step, because well, I'm like, so I'll leave a tobacco there and just leave it for a while. But no, I mean, it's perfectly smokable. Nothing wrong with how dry it is at the moment. It's just sometimes I do like mine a little less dry. But yeah, this is the third bowl I've had. Now when I'd actually find time to do these, um, a bit chaotic at the moment. What I try and do is smoke a couple of bowls. First one I will just sit back and enjoy the smoke, see what it's like, maybe make a few little notes. Then what I do is sit down there and analyse every single little thing about the smoke, which then I'll forget by the time I do the third one, which is the one which is the actual video, and I'll just have to go as I go along. So, one thing I've noticed, it is a very gentle smoke. Now, I don't know quite what that taste is at the back, but it does remind me of Bob's Flake for some reason. It could be the casing on it. But it smells more florally than it tastes when you smoke it, which is quite cool. I'm not a massive fan of overly florally tobaccos, because I tried Condor. It was quite nice, but it did, after I did the video, it did leave a really sort of weird taste. And this, I find, it leaves a mild aftertaste, but it doesn't leave one that lingers, and it's not unpleasant. It's quite nice. It started off as well quite I hate to say it, but it did start off quite bland, but after couple of minutes, it did even out, and it was a really nice, sort of pleasant and everyday, gentle, cool smoke. There's nothing I can fault about this whatsoever. nicotine content in it as well. Lovely. It doesn't whack you, and it doesn't sort of creep up on you. You know it's there, and it sort of gradually goes, but it doesn't just sort of go along and then just go whoomp. It builds gradually. No point is ever overpowering. I can quite happily sit and smoke a whole bowl of this. It's very warm as well. Well, it's cool in the mouth, but then when you retrohale it out through the nasal passage, it is quite warm. And yeah, this is definitely an all-day, everyday smoker for me, I would say. Might have to get some more of this. It's going in a jar. What I'm going to do is jar it up, come back to it in about a month or two, then see how it's gone, because I'm cool like that. I'll probably order some more in a couple of weeks, or might order that Dunhill Flake as well. As much as I like stuff like ready rub tobaccos, there's just something cool about rubbing out your own tobacco, which is another point as well. With this, I normally with a lot of flakes, what I tend to do is try and leave bigger broken bits at the bottom of the bowl, and then rub out some normal sort of sized tobacco, and then really finely rub it for the top. This, I just rub it out like a ready rub tobacco, and it smokes lovely. I did try it with the bigger bits at the bottom, but I don't think I got the most out of that, to be honest. I did try it layered as well. Didn't really get as much out of it. I think just rubbing it down regularly, like your normal pouch tobacco, and you really do get a great deal out of it. The room note as well is very mild as well. I was smoking it and then went out for a while, came back in, and yeah, it was quite pleasant. And I mean, because I smoke a pipe, sometimes I don't really appreciate what the room note's going to be like, because being face, I'm smoking it. But my brother came in and he was just like, "Ooh, that smells quite cool. What is it?" Told him what it was, and he goes, "I thought it was incense." Mind you, he's a bit of a plonker. As I say when burning myself. But yes, Glengarry Flake. This is rather like scatty review, but I have to say, and it actually smells like Glengarry review. That's in the jar now, and that's not coming out for a while unless I want to smoke it. Yes, absolutely stonkingly good. Love it. I'm definitely very pleased with that. I think it's a very good purchase. So I'm looking forward to getting another review up in a couple of weeks. Anyway, take care and happy smoking.